Man, if that wasn't copyrighted, that would have been a great intro. Hey guys, welcome to another amazing episode of the Jobber Tears. I am once again Janelle from HR, once again here sitting with Sir Wilkins and MrBlacc. We want to give a special thanks to everyone that is currently watching on the live feed. This will be posted, in a few days, but want to always give love and thanks to those that are watching as we are actually recording. And once again, if you have not already, before I break all of your kneecaps, please go to youtube.com, search The Jobber Tears, and please click the little red button with white letters that says subscribe. So please subscribe to our YouTube page.
And the bell, because you'll be notified when we get a new episode each and every week.
If you are a diehard fan, hit the bell. If you are not, please still subscribe, because that can be annoying from personal experiences. But once again, we do appreciate everyone that has supported the podcast so far. This is episode 6. It's a special Lovers and Friends edition.
The Crip episode.
The what?
What?
The Crip episode.
Why is it the Crip episode?
Because 6 is affiliated with the Crips.
Yeah, but it's our Valentines Day Edition episode.
Why would you get so gangster on this?
So good.
And next week's episode will be the Mellow episode, because you wear 7.
But does he wear 7 now?
Let's see, guys. I forgot it.
Anyway, we're gonna start off with our opening segment, which will be behind Gorilla's position. A little off topic, but all right. Actually, I kind of want to know if Melo's number is 7.
Can you look that up, Leo? Leo, look that up to see if Melo's number 7.
I don't think so.
No, I think Melo's more likely more 7, because you go back to 15.
Are you talking about Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's 7.
Who cares? They know about Melo Ball, LeVar Ball, son.
No
one cares. He's 2.
Ball.
He's 2.
Anyway, so our opening segment once again is behind Gorilla's position.
Are you crying?
We're gonna.
There you go. It's 7.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you, cousin Leo.
Yeah, what he plays for what?
OKC
now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, it's like.
It's very.
Yeah, he's trash. Can we get to the opening subject?
Oh, you have an issue with Melo. All right.
It's favorite team, the Nets, right? Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
The Nets is my favorite team.
Why? Wait, are we talking about Nets? Sorry, off topic. Are we talking about Nets circa Jersey or Nets Brooklyn?
He was a fan since Jersey.
I ain't a band rider, B. My Eagles won! Woo! Super Bowl champs! By the way.
But did you go to the parade?
Do you think I want to die?
Exactly. What's wrong with you?
I know someone that went, and he was perfectly fine.
Because they had a death wish.
They made it out.
Exactly.
I mean, Philly is just Philly, regardless of Super Bowl or not. So, but all right, our OMG moment of the week. So, WWE has this amazing thing where they like to kind of backtrack sometimes. They like to do what I call the Men in Black effect, where they will flash a white light in front of you and act like erase everything and act like nothing ever happened. So apparently, they are returning back to the dual brand pay-per-views. So it won't be like how Elimination Chamber is Raw and then Fastlane is SmackDown, and then all the big fours were both combined. They're looking to actually now just combine everyone and do a dual brand pay-per-view. So I'm gonna start off with MrBlacc. Give me some positives on this new transition that may occur.
Wow. Positive. I guess I'll be positive. I guess it makes the pay-per-view kind of must-see now. Because it'll give that big fight feel for every pay-per-view from this moment forward. So I guess that's a good way to look at it. And it'll also make everybody step the game up a little bit. Because knowing that you don't want Raw to have a better segment with their matches. So on the SmackDown side, you'll look like, all right, the Bar had a good match. The Usos may say, we want a better match. So it forces competition on every pay-per-view. There's no slack. And I guess that's a really good positive, because it's forcing everybody to step their game up.
All right, and what could be a negative on this?
It gives less guys chances at pay-per-views. You won't have the moments such as King Booker, Rey Mysterio, Mark Henry, people like that you won't expect to be having the top title for that brand. You won't see that no more. So it gives less guys less chances.
Okay, so I'll reverse it. What negatives you see out of what could be a now dual brand pay-per-view every month?
Well, all right. Dual brand pay-per-views means shit. Pay-per-views might be a lot longer, son. That's number one.
Yeah, I mean, problem with that, yeah.
Like a pay-per-view, a typical payper-view is 3 hours long.
Yeah, so every brand gets an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, blah blah blah.
They split pre-show.
They split pre-show. Well, niggas, I think it'll be like about 3.5 coming soon. Mm-hmm. So, WWE is legit the Golden State Warriors right now. They got way too many motherfuckers on one team. Mm-hmm. So the negative, you look at the shit. How many people is gonna get that real spotlight?
Exactly.
Get that real spotlight thing.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. Do you think with the dual brand and saying that people won't get spotlight, do you think it will encourage people to now watch Raw and SmackDown because you may see an actual build-up on both brands to the pay-per-view, or you might actually see rivalries that'll just be exclusively on that brand?
No, it's the build-up is shorter now because you won't be waiting 6 weeks or whatever the time is.
Exactly.
Everything. The build-up is better. It's a better build-up, but you have guys who kind of need that brand split to kind of. So the biggest complaint was there was fillers, too many filler matches. They felt there was too many filler matches, and there was too many. The ticket sales were down. That's your fault.
Thank you.
You're not pushing more storytelling within brands.
And just to like interject what you're saying though, reason why that ticket sales are down, let's look at it this way. Let's say how that you live in a neighboring state such as New Jersey. They had a pay-per-view in New Jersey. Let's say the next month is going to be in New York. Let's say that you live in the middle, Connecticut, you might be like, oh, I'm into Jersey pay-per-view. I always catch a New York pay-per-view. And the pay-per-view is always too close together. Like 1 month will be Raw and the next one will be SmackDown. That's y'all fault for having so much pay-per-views. If y'all cut down the pay-per-view,
Which they're doing.
Yeah.
which they like how that. I feel it this way. Instead of them making co-brand, cut down the pay-per-view dramatically. Dramatically. Cut down the pay-per-view dramatically. Go back to the days when we was growing up where a pay-per-view meant something. It could have been like a backlash. It could have been a bad blood. It wasn't the big four, not the big five. During then was the big four, but it still had that feel like, oh wow, did you see backlash like that? Yeah, I saw it this, that, and third. You probably wait 2 months for another pay-per-view. Y'all oversaturated the market.
No, so they're cutting. It's not about the pay-per-views.
But
it doesn't have to do with the pay-per-views.
But you oversaturate the market.
Yeah, it's not
for ticket sales.
Yeah, just keep it to like about 10 a year.
10 is fair.
10 a year.
10 is fair.
And then storytelling.
Yes.
Like legit. Fire some writers and get some legit storytelling. Build up characters. They have literally the deepest roster ever.
No. It was during the Ruthless Aggression.
No.
I think in terms of like talent and just overall talent, I do think right now the current state of WWE is definitely heavier than it was in the 2000s.
Because there's no mountain top.
Like the 2000s had your big five, your big six players in the game revolving around each other. Where now it's a period where you get a little bit of this. It's like a buffet. In my opinion.
But it's
okay.
You need to develop a mid card. They haven't really developed a mid card, and the problem is you have a guy like Brock Lesnar who's a part-timer. I love Brock. I fucking love. I'm the first person to tell you I'm a Brock loving motherfucker. Mm-hmm. But if my WWE champion is never there, how do you develop the top talent? Because you have a guy like Miz who's like. Is he a mid-carder? Is he a top guy? But he's really a top guy. So
he's a top guy with a mid-card belt.
Yeah, with a mid-card belt. You need a mid-card. The problem with WWE, they need a mid-card. That's why they're having lackluster sales. I need a fucking Steve Blackman versus Ken Shamrock match.
That shit is dope.
Well, I gotta fucking invest in another guy that's not a top guy. That's the problem. We are obsessed with top guys. WWE is so fucking top heavy that they're not developing the guys underneath. So when you bring, to go back to what you're saying, when you bring this dual shit together, you're like, okay, we'll bring them all together. All right, cool. Now you got like 20 niggas in the back, tight.
Chilling.
And next thing you know, they pull an Austin Aries, Cody Rhodes situation, Neville, and a straight walk out the company and say, fuck y'all motherfuckers. And then you put Ziggler back where he started. The reason why Ziggler's fucking here, because they niggas signed a balling ass contract.
They sweet spoken.
But you're right.
So what the fuck do you do?
I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I'm more excited at the fact that I personally think it will encourage everyone to actually now watch both brands. Because for the longest, I was confused on how the fuck SmackDown was giving us 3-hour pay-per-views with a 2-hour show.
That's
like,
very possible.
Forever, I was sitting here like, how the fuck are we doing this?
It's called a special. Because you know that SmackDown's 2 hours and the pay-per-view will be 3 hours.
No, but then it felt like it was, in a sense, sometimes it felt dragging. It felt like I was getting less matches than Raw. I mean, when you do the dual brand, it's kind of like a ping pong match. So you're getting Raw. You
I understand that, but because of that, matches are getting cut. Because of that, certain people.
But see, those matches that get cut are the matches that now you're gonna tune in to Raw the next night to see, and that's where I think they're going in terms of viewership to build that back up.
Again, I think that is a very terrible idea. Because whose fault is it? Is a bunch of filler matches. Whose fault is it the fact that the storyline is like very hit and miss? The performance could go out there and go.
I mean, but again, not always.
Again, Survivor Series, it won't have that big fight feel no more. I remember when first time.
What big fight are you talking about?
Big fight feel.
Oh.
Survivor Series won't have, okay, SmackDown won this match. There's not the sense of urgency when the two brands meet for these big pay-per-views.
I think this year was the first year in a while that you felt that like animosity between
Thank you.
brands.
Now,
but it was because you have to also think they just did a brand split 2 years ago. Like,
and the first year,
for the longest they didn't have anything.
Right, but I think the first year the brand split, storyline wise, it was great.
All right, take that candy out your mouth or swallow it. I've been chewing on candy for the past. I know some chick at your job gave you some sweet candy to make you feel good, but you didn't take it out.
It was a big girl. But nevertheless, wait a minute. You just hate him because nobody treats you good at your job.
Oh, actually, he probably actually gets taken care of. Well taken care of.
Well taken care of.
You're a black guy there, right? You're talking black guy, right?
No, I'm not.
Do not distract me from my point. That's at the point here. I didn't even try to treat me like royalty. They treat me high, but nevertheless, though, but usually like a lot of the older. Why am I talking about this?
I don't know.
Back to the topic at hand. I definitely forgot my point. Nevertheless, back to bring everything together. The brand split is a bad idea to give less people time to do what they have to do. It will go back to the period when CM Punk dropped that pipe bomb. During the time, pay-per-views was crap. Because when CM Punk was going, even though he was champion, they a lot of times just cut his time for the main event. So, do I think that the
that's a personal issue.
Yeah, but you don't want to make you don't want to watch a match and you feel rushed. So I think the brand pay-per-views is terrible. That was my point. That was my point. My point is this: the first year of the brand split was SmackDown. I felt their storylines was way better. They had a bigger feel to it. Look at the James Ellsworth storyline. Right. The James Ellsworth story. That was a good story. The Bray Wyatt story with Randy Orton. The fact that he went against them.
Just want to let you know.
How was that trash?
That was very bad.
So you're saying
the way that Randy won. And I get it now looking at it, but how Randy won that title?
No. I'm not talking about the match at WrestleMania. I'm talking about what led up to that. The lead up was great.
I mean, the only thing that was great was that stupid ass house shit. And even that was just a bit of a stretch.
Keyword, that was after you won the title.
Listen.
Oh, that's even worse.
The brand split, the brand split is the brand split. It's still gonna help in some ways.
It doesn't.
Because they're split the fuck up. But there's gonna be some negatives. We gotta see how this goes. Because they still haven't figured it out. Because they know their roster's fucking deep. So they're trying to fucking figure out where the fuck to go on this situation.
I understand.
Where I have like Literally, I can have 50 guys on a solid 50 to 30 guys on my roster that can go and be top mid card guy. But what they have to do is develop a mid card.
Of course.
And now they're doing back to this dual pay-per-view. Develop a mid card.
I have to agree with you.
Like guys who are willing to do stuff, be in that mid card position and work.
But they also, I feel like they also should have a lower mid card. I mean, like a lower card.
They will always have that.
But then again, I just feel they also have storyline for them. Maybe a situation where Heath Slater, you notice that he got a little traction, winning different matches. Not only a certain amount of guys should have storyline, it should incorporate more of the roster.
Then you're talking about filler matches now.
But I don't mind filler matches if they make sense. Why y'all two beefing? Okay, y'all beefing because
Filler matches are not supposed to have storylines though.
Then make them change up the game.
So to fill out, but the thing about then you become a mid carder. If I'm gonna go to a low card guy, I'm throwing you in there because it's just for a match. Then I build you up. What WWE is missing is a mid card, and they haven't had a mid card since the Attitude Era.
No,
Their biggest.
Who's Russia had no mid card.
They had a mid card.
Who was in the mid card?
You forget John Cena was in the mid card.
Oh my God! You just said John Cena was in the mid card in the Ruthless Aggression era.
So hold up. So at no point he was in the mid card. So wait, hold up.
The only time
Let me
he had a
finish.
mid card
Stop
was his
interrupting
debut
me.
match against Kurt Angle.
Stop interrupting me. So you're saying this: when John Cena came in, he was in the mid card.
He was in the mid card for 2 seconds.
He was not in the mid card for 2 seconds.
Literally.
Who was he fighting in the mid card? Who was he feuding?
Carlito. You forget?
Okay,
Carlito,
keep going.
Carlito,
No, keep going. Keep going.
Orlando Jordan. And
how long did all these last?
Doesn't matter.
But I said, like I said before, he
Again.
wasn't developed. He was shot up into the top.
You do know that you yelling does not make your point greater.
I'm just saying, think about it, you're not making any sense.
Let me finish.
You're not making any sense.
Say that. John Cena, had a little thing with Kurt Angle. The next day, he won the title. The next day, didn't get hurt. Fought Brock, lost. The next thing you know, he's champion. You forget all the stuff he did between when he entered and when he fought JBL at WWE WrestleMania.
He fought Kurt Angle, you said.
Yeah,
He did. That was his first match.
Like I said before.
I just feel like if you're gonna be a mid carder, your debut match shouldn't be against one of the top guys.
But you do forget.
And I don't forget.
You do forget what's that dude's name that used the trumpet? Santino. His first match in WWE was against Umaga for the IC title, and he won it.
Right,
That's
but
a
I'm
mid-card.
never gonna.
But again, it doesn't matter. And before that, Carlito, he won the United States title against John Cena the first night, and John Cena was well established. Like, you just don't, the next day, you on top of the card. It takes a build-up. And you do forget that.
Those things were not build-ups.
Okay, when his feud with Brock Lesnar, that he turned to the Dr. Thuganomics. That was a build-up, and he lost because the fact that, due to the brand split, they had to fill in some stuff, and that was a good match.
Did you say with Brock Lesnar?
He did have a feud, and after that, you forget Hardcore Holly had a feud with Brock Lesnar, too. Don't forget
Brock
that.
Lesnar was a top guy, though.
Doesn't matter. He was still in the mid-card.
All right, so at the end of the day, guys, Backlash, which
No,
will actually
no,
be
no.
we're gonna move on. So Backlash, which will be May 6th, actually here in the Tri-State area at Newark at the Prudential Center, will be the first dual brand pay-per-view. So please stay tuned for that. Our next topic is, I cannot believe we all fell for the trick of all trades.
I didn't.
Oh,
so the symbol,
it looked like the Negro dominance effect is wearing off to you.
So Booker T and Corey Graves got us all. We got. And even if you didn't think you got, there was that moment where you were like, yo, could this be? You questioned yourself. So there's no way that they didn't get us all. They got everybody. So Booker T had Corey Graves call into his podcast, and they revealed to the world that it was all a work. They were just playing us like typical wrestling fans. We took the bait, guys. So how do you feel about, I'll start with this. How do you feel about, does this excite you about storylines and where it could possibly, like, stuff like this could possibly happen?
Yeah, well, first of all, I said it on the last episode, this might be work.
Might be.
I said this might be work because I said, the fact that New Day was joking on it, this couldn't be real.
But you still had that smidge of.
I didn't have this smidge because it could be possible, but in the back of my head, it's like, you can't be joking about this shit.
But there are certain storylines. So, like, for instance, like not in the beginning.
Oh, you forgot the Uso made fun of Xavier Woods for that sex tape thing? They made a reference to that.
Yeah, but it was a rap battle. It was off the top of the head. Okay. New Day writes their own promos. So when they did that in the back of the locker room as a promo, I was like, holy shit, hold up. If this is real, you're not going to be bringing this up.
And the fact that Corey Graves referenced it towards Coachman.
No, that one was yes, and then but it still was like, yo, maybe.
That's why I said kinda.
But it was good shit. Because everybody believed it.
Yeah, like everybody, like, we've been talking about it for a minute.
But this is what Triple H said, though. He wants that reality feel with wrestling. And you want that. But then again, it's that boy that cried wolf kind of concept. You start not believing in shit.
Right, so now it's like, I don't trust any of you bitches, so no thank you.
Yeah, so you're like, oh shit. Next thing you know, you hear about Booker T and, I don't know, I'll make up some random The Rock beefing. But it's really bullshit. Like, there was a thing going on with The Rock beef with Vin Diesel. I didn't believe none of that shit. Anything more with a wrestler, I didn't believe. And somebody, I was like, this is all some bullshit. This is all promo. It's all promo for Fast and the Furious.
So you think that The Rock beef with Tyrese wasn't real?
No, I thought that was real.
No, that was it.
That was real.
Yeah, no.
Because Tyrese
was on there crying.
Speaking of that, how is cousin Tyrese anyway?
Still crying.
I don't know how Tyrese is doing.
He probably
do I check up on fucking Tyrese?
But his last album, Black Rose, was amazing.
So why are you talking about unrelated stuff?
You just brought up Tyrese.
I'm saying that how that you speak. You're talking about The Rock. I said, speaking of that, they might have heard from him.
Right.
So who cares?
And then the follow-up to me, I was still talking about Tyrese was his album because he's a musician. So.
But who really cares about? I respect Tyrese, but after that situation, boy.
Oh
just
man.
have a seat.
He likes skin. That's it.
No, he's still dark skin.
What more do you want from me?
All right, I don't know no dark skinned man who cried like that, but all I'm saying that.
I mean, you'd be surprised. What were your thoughts on finding out that this was all a work?
That was wild. I don't. Anyways, it's whatever. It's wrestling. I'm over it.
All right, last question about this topic. What was one storyline that was actually real that you were like, holy shit?
The greatest one ever, Edge, Lita, and fucking Matt Hardy.
Oh.
I got one that ties with that.
Dang.
That was actually real. Like, if we look back.
Oh, I have to say when Daniel Bryan got legitimately fired, like legitimately fired. I thought that was work. I was like, it's a work. He's gonna come back next week. It was like, no, he's actually fired. That was like, that caught me off guard.
My favorite of all time is definitely Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett and Kurt Angle. Because that shit made me tune in to TNA every fucking week. Like, I was just like, what's gonna happen next? Like,
that's some scumbag shit.
Let me get some popcorn. No, it's some dirtbag shit. But I mean,
really? I mean, for the audience that who may not know, what happened?
So, I mean, I feel like the wrestling world knows. But if you don't know, ended up happening was Kurt Angle was married to Karen Angle at the time. And then Jeff Jarrett kind of swooped and became Mr. Steal Your Girl. And they divorced, of course. And then Jeff Jarrett remarried Karen Jarrett now.
They still together?
And still together.
You forget that Braun Strowman got heat because he don't want to take a picture with Karen's.
Well, there was a whole background story. It wasn't.
Oh, it was more than a scene.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, people. Yeah, it wasn't. She ended up saying like, no, that actually is not what really happened. Like there was a whole different story.
Also, that reminded me of Chris Benoit and Kevin Sullivan.
That
twist at the end that he killed everybody himself. Boy, that was a good story.
That was not a good story.
That was no.
Can I please pretend it was a storyline because I can't fake the reality that it was true?
No, but
it was true.
Okay, you had me at now the whole Mr. Steal Girl. You had me at like The fact, but they had been divorced for a while, so.
I know, son.
But
That's
he
your
backstage
chick.
was like,
Yeah.
woman, like blah blah blah.
That's your chick.
Okay, you had me there, but when we talk about other stuff past that,
So being a wrestler must be like Dot City.
I mean, everybody smash everybody because you have to remember you're on the road
24.
almost 300 days out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So who are you smashing? The bitch you riding along with? Like,
But
I'm
then again,
surprised.
they got groupies because you read JTZ's book. He got in trouble for smashing other wrestlers' groupie.
Well, that's a problem. That's
Well, the thing is, one, you're larger than life,
Of course, your fantasy.
but you're lonely.
But that's when, you know what? So Rick's 30 for 30. He mentions that a little bit. He talks about how like being on the road, you know, had all the glitz and glamour, but you know, JR was saying it in the 30 for 30. He was saying like, but Rick would never want to be by himself. Like, he was afraid to be by himself.
Because it's stuck with your thoughts.
Because, right, like you'll end up in this space that you don't want to be in. So like JR was saying like how Rick would go to the extreme, like buying everyone in the fucking bar.
Yeah,
shots
I remember
and
that.
drinks, so that they would stay around and hang around him. Like he just always, it wasn't just always the attention he wanted, it was just the company.
Camaraderie.
But I don't like being by yourself like that.
It's wild.
It's wild, and I see why they
All right, I don't want to talk about this.
what they do. You get depressed, B?
Switch the subject.
You gotta get depressed on this shit. Damn, son.
Well, we're gonna move on to happier things.
God, I'm trying to get deep, B.
Yeah.
Why y'all shutting this down?
Nah, because it's just like how that I understand what these wrestlers are going through. Like depression, being alone sometimes back in the day with my thoughts was actually dangerous. So y'all just talking about it, it's kind of bringing back flashbacks.
It's a
like,
trigger.
dang.
Understandable.
So it's just like, I'm not saying that what y'all saying is wrong, but it's
What
just
you're saying is a
hearing that what
trigger.
y'all as a trigger, I was just like, dang,
And
you know what?
I definitely had a
I
conversation
remember
with
those
somebody
days.
about that yesterday, about how everyone has triggers, so we will respect his trigger.
Yeah, it's just like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, it's not even about the level of fame he may have. It could be a person that just work a gas station job, literally come back and home just because he may be depressed about something that he didn't deal with in the past. So 100%, it does get lonely sometimes.
I'm sick of getting lonely every night. I pray.
Oh, wow.
I wanna know. I wanna be in love. I'm sick of being lonely every night. I pray.
Yo, but the fact that you don't know the words.
I wanna be in love. Isn't that Slum Village or something? Like yeah.
Alright, moving on to happier times.
That was happy enough.
That was not at all.
That was a happy song, my dogs. Cheer me up, my nigga. Good looks.
Yo, but he didn't know the words. Like,
Doesn't matter.
it does.
It's hard.
I knew the melody
Exactly.
and the first two words.
Exactly.
That barely.
I knew the first two words of the
That's
song.
it. It was fire, B. Such it was yoga.
Man, this is a Valentine's Day episode too, so we talk about being in love. I'm sick of being lonely every night. I pray.
No,
I want to be in love.
Okay, moving on, because clearly karaoke is not their best.
How about
suit.
Ja Rule?
What?
What?
Ja Rule.
What are you talking about, Leo?
Ja Rule was definitely not in that song.
What's the Ja Rule? Like, I'm so good, but I'm hard to be lonely. With my baby.
No.
Stop. Next.
All that I remember is like how that of a genre was like,
Totally different song.
baby girl, put it on, man.
Baby girl, put it on, man.
That sounds really creepy. but-
Okay.
What do we do without you?
Wow.
It's my son, Ja Rule.
Lord. Okay, so as I was saying, we have a new inductee of the class of 2018 for the WWE Hall of Fame. It is actually Ivory. I'm actually super excited about it because everyone, you know, whether it's, you know, wrestling groups here and there, everyone has their own opinions of who should be in and who shouldn't be. And at the end of the day, these people have done numerous things. Like Ivory was a part of the actual Glow.
Yeah.
Deadass started her career.
I didn't know that.
In Las Vegas, doing Glow. She became a women's champion. Glow. Like she started her career in Glow. And then she went to WWE. She's been 3-time women's champion.
She's the only one that actually made it from Glow too.
What are you doing?
No, the Michael stuff. Yeah, she's the only one who made it from Glow.
So she's been 3 times women's champion, and she also is the only female in the Right to Censor group faction that we actually don't really give so much credit to, but
No credit.
it moved mountains, I think.
I have a random question. I know the series Glow. Who's Ivory in the series? Like, what is her character in that series?
I feel like it'd be the chick that.
Stop.
So I feel like Ivory is the one that smashed the girl's man, the husband.
You don't think that Ivory is the one who was the All-American girl?
Leo, look that up. Ivory on Glow. Cousin Leo, look that up.
Matter of
Ivory on
fact, let's ask the audience, dogs. Yo, look it up. Let us know who is Ivory's character in Glow.
Yeah, that's a good question, guys. Look it up before. So sometimes Cousin Leo be slacking though. So
Slacking on his Mac.
So Ivory joins, of course, old ass Goldberg and the Dudley Boys. So
why do you dislike Goldberg?
Zach, what he did to you?
we're not gonna get into that today.
You slept with your mother or something?
Whoa, no.
Like, yo, you dated your moms or something?
Why must everything be extreme and be like, oh, she smashed the whole?
Yo, the hate that you have for some of these wrestlers.
Goldberg took the A train to Harlem and knocked on Miss Garcia's door. Hello, I am Bill Goldberg.
It's same time.
Anyway.
And then instead of him asking, she asks, "You're next."
Well, we're not gonna do talk about my mother on this episode.
So why do you hate Goldberg so much?
So mine just like, because I feel like the streak is half-assed and I feel like it was a glorified, and everybody has their opinions of what a glorified streak is, but I never signed up for that streak, so that'll be that. He just never did it for me. Like, just how some people don't fuck with Brock, how some people aren't fucking with Ronda Rousey. Like, there are gonna be some people that just you don't relate to,
No.
and that you don't feel.
But you listen to wrestlers that you don't like, it's kind of long.
No, it's not. Goldberg, Sami fucking Zayn.
Lita.
Oh, Thali Lita, but that is a significant reason for that.
But she didn't see with your boyfriend.
No,
so why do you hate her?
But it was like, it felt like she slept. Like, she could have slept with my man. Like,
But she did it.
You took this way too personal. So.
No, because that could be somebody's real, like, yo, how that played out, that could be you, that could be you.
Yeah, it did play out bad, but I don't hate the girl, son. So let's rewind this. So people who don't know about this, Lita
Talk to them.
was dating Matt Hardy.
Thotty.
And then cheated on Matt Hardy with Edge.
Matt Hardy while he was injured. Like, bitch, you kick a man while he's down?
But you don't know the situation.
You don't.
Oh, so if you have the network for $9.99, there is a collection called Rivalries. And Rivalries explains everything that happened.
But you don't know her. She didn't.
I don't want to know her.
She said sorry.
Exactly,
Yeah,
it's over it. Yo,
Okay.
you know, Matt Hardy. No. You know, I thank her. Because of that, we got woken Matt Hardy.
Okay.
The events, come
I
on.
thank her for all that shenanigans, but cool.
You know, like, because of her, we got a great rivalry with Edge versus Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy would
that
never
was
die.
personal as fuck. Like,
But it doesn't matter. I don't know
it was
her.
certain segments that it just was uncomfortable to watch because you knew that, oh, nah.
You felt
really
comfortable.
fucking him
Let me
up.
ask you a question.
Hell yeah.
Were you familiar with the product during that time?
This has been with the product. We were watching it together.
Oh yeah. But let me ask you a question. Did you at any point you watching it, you felt uncomfortable?
I didn't understand it fully. I didn't know it was real until like later on it was real.
Yeah, years later I didn't.
Because the dirt sheets weren't out like that when we were growing up.
Yo, you remember that website we used to go to, mirrorimages.com?
Yeah.
Dang, it's still up, but they haven't updated in years.
What is that website?
That was our website to check out behind the scenes.
Oh, so it was the pre-dirt sheet.
Pre-dirt sheets. But they didn't even have it on there
They
either.
didn't have it either, yeah.
They didn't talk about it. So, anyways, Ivory getting inducted.
Yes.
We went way off stuff. This really is a Valentine's Day episode. We keep talking about relationships.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Okay, so Ivory going to the Hall of Fame, I'm so about that.
Yeah.
I had the biggest crush on Ivory growing up. I thought Ivory was so sexy. I absolutely love Liberian-looking chicks. Oh my God.
That's mad.
Put a chick with some glasses, a fucking dress on. Ooh, wait. Dirty. I thought Ivory was delicious.
Was she
Ivory
right to
had a
center?
huh?
Right to center?
Right to center. Ooh.
With the long boots?
With the long boots. Wait. Ivory was, how can we say it? Delicioso. Delicioso. But I have a girl, so I love her. I love you, babe. But my girl will dress just like that to go to work. Ooh, sexy. But like I said before,
I was thinking about that conversation.
So extra.
but like I said before, Ivory deserves to be in this Hall of Fame.
100%.
And all the marks out there, because we're all marks, fuck you. Like seriously, fuck you.
Why?
Because they keep hating on her going to the Hall of Fame. They say she doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's like, well, what's her 5-star match? Like, oh, so we just gonna totally forget that her and China had an amazing match at WrestleMania? Or we're just
gonna forget that Goldberg never had a 5-star match?
Oh,
You better preach.
wait,
A lot of guys don't have 5 stars. The Rock don't have a 5-star match.
wait, but when I don't like Goldberg in that shit.
No, I'm just hold up. You're just being a hater.
Exactly.
How am I being
I'm just being honest.
Exactly.
That's first of all.
I don't understand this. Hold on. Today, it's been a lot of animosity in your heart.
Exactly.
I don't know because it's Valentine's Day.
Animosity when I have a heart on and it's like
Your heart is upside down.
Your heart is upside down, first of all.
I love me.
Yeah.
What?
Thanks.
Yo, what kind of bitter woman he's talking like?
Okay, so what we're not gonna do is we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna go on this camera and say I'm bitter.
You sound bitter today.
I do not. But what we're not gonna do,
I hate Ivory. Da, 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 da.
I didn't say that.
I hate the world. I hate the life.
I didn't say that. So what we're
I feel like the hate today is extra strong
my
today.
hate is about to go to you because what we're not gonna do is
I'm good at that, baby girl.
it tells people
Alright.
fraudulent shit. That's not what we're gonna do. So you can finish your statement and then you can talk about Ivory and then we're gonna move on. Go.
I like when a woman put me in my place.
Go.
Yes, that's my point. So I guess
Go.
it's your turn.
Nah, 100%. I have no disagreeing with her going to Hall of Fame. She did great work. Her time wasn't that long, actually. Like she left during the tail end of WWE. Like not tail end, I'm sorry, tail end of WWE, but the tail end of the Attitude Era. She left after a while. That's why I feel like a lot of people didn't appreciate Matt Rude. I feel like that's why I appreciate her run.
Keith was watching the live feed because we have our group chat, and he just said Janelle and Lita LOL in our group chat. So thanks, Keith, for watching. So go ahead, sorry.
Got the group chat interactive, so we can keep talking about it.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I feel like Ivory there's.
But the thing is, she did so much backstage too. She was also a trainer.
For Tough Enough.
Yeah, she was.
Which one for like the first couple of seasons, right?
Yeah, she's like in shape. She looks fucking great. She still looks great. Like we're forgetting like the Attitude Era women actually wrestled. Like the upper echelon of them, Jacqueline, Trish Stratus, Lita, who else was in there? China, like Ivory, Luna, like Sable. Yeah.
I mean, for Sable to powerbomb somebody, that shit alone is like, whoa.
Yeah, so we don't give them enough credit.
We don't.
And then, to be honest, the puppies and like stupid titty shit was really the Ruthless Aggression era. The Attitude Era had that, but they had women wrestling. Not full fucking 10-minute matches or ladder matches, but they are wrestling. We forget that match that Trish Stratus had and there was blood in it.
Yeah.
We forget about that match.
What match was that? Which match was that?
I forgot who she was fighting, but you can see, you can find it on the network.
Or was it her versus Victoria?
Yes, it was her versus Victoria. It was like a hardcore match.
Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
That was more towards,
It's still Attitude Era legit was before the current like women's revolution.
Yeah, and nobody get credit for it.
And then when people don't get credit for that era. Like China was whooping people's asses, men.
Yeah, men.
And Jacqueline was the European or was she the cruiserweight champion? And she beat Chavo Guerrero.
So let me ask you guys a question.
So hold on, let me finish. The reason why people are shitting on Ivory at this point is because people got fucking like short memory. They only remember shit like yesterday. The chick did her thing and she cut promos.
Yeah.
Oh, cut legit.
I don't know. She was the main person to cut promos.
Yo, so the promo reel that they showed on Raw, I was sitting there like, yo, her mouth was reckless. Like,
yeah,
she was right to censor. I felt that she was the mouthpiece.
She was the mouthpiece of right to censor, and she knew how to cut a promo.
Sidebar. All those guys knew how to cut promos, but Bull Buchanan. Godfather could cut a promo, Valvin could cut a promo, and her.
Yeah, it was.
That group is underrated.
Yeah.
Wasn't Steve Richards on there? Steve Richards on there.
Yeah. Another guy.
So we forget what those ladies did. And I think We just remember the Attitude Era as being Rock, Stone Cold, Triple H, the top guys, DX. Taker. We only remember that. I can't really put Taker in there because Taker basically is WWE.
Yeah.
You can't put him in an era. So
certain types of Taker.
Okay, we can
you had Dark Side, Ministry Taker, and Attitude. Then you had Rolling, American Badass Taker. And
we had different eras.
We had different. But my biggest thing is that these ladies, and it's an example of Ivory, are underappreciated. Like when you saw the Women's Royal Rumble, a lot of those chicks were legit at their time.
Oh my God, Molly and Holly.
And they were holding these women back because the match was like 3 minutes. 5 minutes, maybe 4 minutes the most.
It wasn't that good.
But they knew how to wrestle, but they weren't really appreciated. So all you remember is fucking Trish Stratus walking out in a fucking bikini with Test and Albert for TNA, and fucking King yelling out, "Titties, puppies, puppies."
I'm not gonna lie. I have to agree with you.
Of course you have to agree with me. I'm a genius.
Boy. First of all, but you're not Negro Dominants like me. You may got some residents of powers.
I'm the Booby Miles of this, man.
Remember the time? No, that was
Friday Night Lights.
Some young booby?
I don't think you understand. I am Booby Miles. I am black is beautiful. That's why I wear all black shoes when I come in here.
So you're just cutting a promo? All right.
But nevertheless, sidebar. I think one person who get overlooked a lot, Victoria.
Well, no, I don't think she gets overlooked.
Because nobody really talks about her.
Yeah, she was nice chick though. She's mad funny. Like she's the type of chick you would want to go to the bar with, get trashed.
Yeah. Did you get trashed with her?
I wanted to. So there's this big event. So twice a year, the big event, which is like a wrestling convention, comes to New York.
The one at the Queens?
Yeah, LaGuardia.
WrestleFest or WrestlePalooza?
No, it's not Wrestle. No, it's not that. It's called the big event.
Did you just make up names, bro?
So those that don't know and live in the tri-state area, the big event will be here in
Find
New York,
the name of it.
March 10th. It's called the big event. I'm telling you what it's called.
No, it's not. Okay.
No, it is called the big event.
It's called the big event. It's like a wrestling convention. So regardless of the fact, I went last year where I met like Bret Hart, I met Sting, stuff like that. I met Victoria there, and we was chopping it up, and she was talking about how her restaurant in Chicago, and the other girl that was standing next to me, we took like the ill selfie together, like all three of us, and they was talking about how they were going out later tonight, and how they went out last night drinking and chilling, and I was just saying like, yo, I could chill with this bitch, like that's wild. Like she's very she's chill. But I don't want to say that we don't give her as much credit. I just think she's not in the conversation. I would say that.
Yeah, and I felt it's kind of like she's kind of like the Gail Kim, meaning that not everybody give us enough credit. No, hold on, let me finish. Not everybody give enough credit in her WWE work, but a lot of people get more credit with her TNA work.
Because she was there longer. It's the same way. I mean, I guess you say as marks, we always forget, especially with Kurt. Kurt spent 80% of his career in TNA.
And you forget how much of a monster he was in TNA.
And we don't even really acknowledge that shit.
Yeah.
Like we just be like, the American hero, the gold medalist, but we never really talk about his actual career, and it was 80% in TNA.
Yeah.
So,
but you forget, just to like stop right here, to finish off this topic, WWE is the NBA. If you spend 5 years of your career in the NBA, and then you spend 8 careers of your career in fucking China, what's going to be talked about?
Your NBA career.
Exactly.
That's very similar, there's also the Marburys of the world. Where
but you're still not going to be taught. Your stuff in China.
It's like it's almost like whatever you played in high school or played in college. Like once you finish that shit, you go professional. No one's talking about that shit anymore.
Yeah. Just like a lot of people forget. LeBron and his boys played football. AI, he played football at one point. Name played football.
Fucking Russell, what's his name? Russell
Westbrook?
No.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah, plays baseball. It's like the fuck? That's not.
You don't like him either? You don't like him either?
I don't know him. I don't care.
Oh! You don't lead her, but you hate her.
Because that's a very. I'm not into baseball, so I wouldn't. He can play for the Yankees or he
I didn't know that he could. Russell Wilson don't play for the Yankees.
Yes, he does.
He just got signed.
To the.
Whoa! Hold up.
See, yeah.
Russell Wilson,
correct,
that played for the Seahawks, aka Carlton Banks.
Correct. And he was signed to, I think, the Astros.
No, he was signed to that minor league, the Yankees minor
Oh,
league.
yeah, all right, cool.
So he got drafted by the Yankees, gonna be in that minor league. He's trying to do trying to be a Bo Jackson.
No, what he's trying to do is he's trying to pull the Seahawks owners' legs and get more money. That's what that's about.
No, like Bo Jackson did it, and the guy that he was an analyst.
I'm telling
Deion Sanders.
Deion Sanders, he did it too.
What he's doing is, because he did it before, where he signed to a baseball team, never played for the team, but Seattle ended up giving him more money. So he's playing a money move, and him saying like, "Oh, I'm not only gonna
These are
play
bloody
baseball,
shoes."
but he's stupid. Or I'm gonna play for like one of the biggest teams in baseball, so that now y'all can give me more money." It's a money thing. So we're gonna move on.
So the event is called the Big Event.
But I'm telling you, it's March 10th.
It's March 10th.
At LaGuardia Airport Hotel. They'll have, I think this year headlining is Chuck Goodell or some whatever his name is, UFC guy.
Yeah, UFC.
And Bret Hart will be there. But there's a whole bunch
James
of people.
Ellsworth.
Yeah.
So what's up with the Ivory question?
Steven Richards.
Did anybody figure out what character she portrayed in the show?
Ivory.
Huh?
You're stupid.
I said Ivory.
I mean, we'll find out later in life. But
find out.
regardless, moving right along, actually another, which is the rumor of the week, is that there's a possibility that Jarrett,
Your boy.
might be my guy, might be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. There's also rumors of Bam Bam Bigelow getting in, which would be really great.
That would be dope.
Actually, Mark Henry, who kind of like officially retired, might be going in this year. And then also they also have like a celebrity person, and they're also talking about Kid Rock actually going in this year to the Hall of Fame. So what are your thoughts about these rumored inductees? And so I'll start with Mr. Black. What are your thoughts on Jeff Jarrett possibly being inducted? And then if you were to pick two more people to be included in the class this year, who would it be and why?
Jeff Jarrett possibly getting inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I think that's great. This man done, well, his family as a whole done so much for the wrestling, what's that word I'm looking for the wrestling industry. Because of Jeff Jarrett, we wouldn't have, Kurt Angle would not be able to extend his career, and many other guys be able to extend their career in TNA. Because of Jeff Jarrett, you have guys who given an opportunity with his company, Global First Wrestling. At the time when it was established, guys go another place to get paid and go over there. Because of Jeff Jarrett, because of him, they kind of opened the re-talks with Impact and New Japan again. Jeff Jarrett done so much for the wrestling company outside of WWE. It's very unfortunate that his time and like his last match was lost in a home, what was the match called? Home maker match against him in China. That was kind of fortunate. That was his last match, but man wanted more money. And on top of that, to add insult to injury, Vince fired him when he purchased WCW on air, which that sucks. It just shows you the great old stories, the great old saying goes, like, just because you have bad blood with WWE doesn't mean that you can't come back. So he definitely.
Ultimate Warrior proved that.
Yeah, Ultimate Warrior. Yeah. I think the biggest one was definitely Ultimate Warrior. The fact that he was able to come back, I don't see why Jeff Jarrett could not be in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, so if you could pick two people, who would it be?
My boy Tommy Dreamer. What he did for ECW, the fact that he just did so much extra, even after he came to WWE. The fact that he tried to get more guys chances WWE. And he did so much behind the scenes, he don't get much respect for that.
Okay, and the second one?
The second one, I gotta go with China.
Okay.
I feel, yeah, you did a couple of porn, but what person
Didn't watch them.
Were they good?
Not really.
Okay, wait, hold on. Leo, what's the 411 over there?
Yeah.
No, I can't say.
Why not?
Say it.
Say it.
So basically, the girl said, I came to taste you tonight. And then.
Wait, she really said
Oh my God. Wow.
Okay, sorry I asked.
Wow.
Got really
Wow.
R-rated real quickly.
Wow.
So, Sir Wilkins, we're gonna.
What did I want to see me done?
Finish. Go ahead.
Yeah. Even though China did X-rated movies in the past, China did so much for the wrestling for wrestling during her time for WWE. A lot of women still look up to her. Because of China, we won't have Awesome Kong in the Royal Rumble. Because of China, we wouldn't have Beth Phoenix in the Royal Rumble. Because of China, we may not even have a women's Royal Rumble. So China, it's about time for her to get into WWE Hall of Fame.
All right, so Wilkins, quickly, give me your 2 that you would induct this year, and then nay or yay on Jeff Jarrett being inducted.
Undertaker needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Come on, that's a given.
Point blank needs to be in the Hall of Fame. And why isn't The Rock in the Hall of Fame already?
Because he's not retired, I don't think. They don't really put people that aren't like completely finished.
He's retired, bro.
He retired.
You never know. To be honest, that whole Rock Cena shit, I didn't expect that.
Wait a minute, is Triple H in the Hall of Fame?
No.
He should be in the Hall of Fame too.
He should
But
be.
I think once again, it's like when you are absolutely completely done with wrestling, period. And I definitely don't see Trips not coming back in the ring.
And they should put Daniel Bryan in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel Bryan is done. That is just my opinion. I keep saying it, no one's listening, but cool story.
Why isn't Shane in the Hall of Fame?
Cause Shane is still fucking jumping off themselves. Like, I don't understand.
So my pick is The Undertaker and The Rock.
Okay, and then nay or yay on Jeff being inducted.
Nay.
Why?
I just don't fuck with Jeff.
Okay, see? Okay, so I'm gonna give you a clear example how I do things. When people dislike things, I just respect their opinion.
I just asked a question. Why don't you like Bill?
Cool. And I answered
You
it.
like how I just called him Bill? I didn't even call him Goldberg.
But
Like,
your
that's your
beefs,
homie?
but like
No.
your beefs are not
It's not a
personal.
double standard, but it's because y'all make it like personal. Like I see here, like I don't like Bill Goldberg. It should be like, all right, I respect that. You're a wrestling fan.
Nah. You be saying
Cool
that.
story.
I hate Goldberg. I hate the way he wears his pants.
I definitely didn't say that. You make up a lot of shit. I don't like your propaganda, so. But
You just shrug your
speaking
shoulders?
Yes.
Because it's propaganda all the time. I don't understand it. But speaking
You should put
about
that on a shirt.
old, but okay.
A picture of you, and then you say propaganda.
No, it'll be a picture of you and it say propaganda.
No, it's funnier of you being on the shirt. It says propaganda.
No, that doesn't make sense. And it's not funny. But the last topic we're actually going to talk about is actually about old ass Bill Goldberg being rumored.
Why are you disrespecting the man,
It's a
son?
great segue. Don't kill my vibe. So, Bill Goldberg might be returning for one more match, so they say. The Andre the Giant Battle Royal, which will be actually its 5th Battle Royal, will be for this year WrestleMania at 34 in Louisiana. And because they actually are doing a documentary series, a documentary on Andre the Giant, they're trying to actually build up a lot of hype this year for the 5th annual Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and they are rumored to say that not only will Bill Goldberg be in it, but he's actually slated to win it. So, I'll start off with Sir Wilkins. What are your thoughts on the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, period? And if you could choose one person to win this year, who would it be?
Who's in it?
Just anybody. I mean, they have randoms. They had
Yeah.
Braun last year. They had Mojo won it last year. They had Big Show, I think, won the first one. They have like whoever like it make the cut in a sense
Yeah.
is in it. So, what are your thoughts on the actual Battle Royal? And
It's
then-
cool, but why the fuck is Goldberg in this shit? Like this, there is absolutely no reason.
I mean, it could be redemption of him losing last year. Just throw that out
So
there.
you enter a battle royal.
A battle royal for what? Like, what does this work? Like, what do you do? Like, do you like
Great
this?
question.
This is a fucking waste of time. Like, absolutely waste of time.
I just wanted to be clear. If I was to say the exact same thing,
I'm talking about him just being
Exactly.
And I'm not talking about him as a wrestler.
no, but you're saying, but that is him as a wrestler.
No, I just feel like the story. What's the point for WWE to put him in a battle royal?
Regardless, it's still him as a wrestler in the ring. All I'm saying is, if I was to say that, I would be called a hater. That's all I'm saying. But
You're being sensitive.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm just laying out the facts.
Listen,
No, because you had Shay behind that.
No. You want to see Shay? Baby, you don't want to see Shay on this side of town. But
What's good with you, son?
as you were saying,
it was a waste of time. And who would I want to win the battle royal? I really don't know. Like I really can't. It really can't. Because the Battle Royal doesn't guarantee you're gonna be a star.
Doesn't.
Braun, it happened with Braun. Was it Baron Corbin who won one too?
Yeah.
Baron Corbin. I feel like out of all of them, Baron Corbin's been the most successful.
I mean, Braun's been pretty successful.
Exactly.
So those two been impressive, but everybody else is like, Mojo Riley was like, what is he doing?
Exactly.
They dropped the ball with Mojo. They definitely did. They could have did the same thing they did with Baron with Mojo.
And then Big Show winning, it was just like, oh, Big Show is big.
It was the first one, and he's Andre. Like,
so I had no problem. I really don't know who can I say like should win it.
Person.
Honestly speaking, it should be. Apollo Crews.
Okay, I like that pick. So, Mr. Black, same to you. What are your thoughts on the Battle Royal, and who would you pick this year to win?
Go and beat it, so what? Next. Titus O'Neil. It'll definitely promote his brand. Yeah.
Black excellence.
That's it.
All right. So, all right, we're going
Who
to...
you want to win?
Who I want to... my pick would have been Jason Jordan. That's a dub. Probably Big Cass.
Ew. That's like a watered down version of Tess.
All those test teams, I was like, test. This is for the test. This is the test.
Here we go now.
That's why I have a playlist on my Spotify, wrestling theme songs. Like, I literally turn the corner of my block and I'm dead ass playing Triple H the game at least 2 times a week.
Which one?
Legit.
The first one? The original
No,
one?
not the my time. The time to play the game.
No, yeah, the original one. The original Motorhead one. Then he kind of.
Yeah, the original Motorhead one, because then he switched up King of King shit. Yeah.
I kind of like the West Wing better. Want some?
Yeah, it's
This
my
thing
time.
on? That one was fire, boy, man. Cause every time I think of that theme song, I think of SmackDown 1, but I didn't have no ramps, nothing. It was just the background. And he's just walking to like nowhere. Couldn't see the ring, just walking. I just remember seeing that. Triple H come out, all the lights. Want some? This thing on? Woo! Doom, doom.
All right. So we're
You
gonna
have video games?
What? No. So we're gonna move on, but I know what you're talking about. So we're gonna move on to our second segment. We're gonna recap this week's Raw and SmackDown hits or miss. I'm gonna start with Mr. Black. Let me know what your thoughts on Raw this week. Was it a hit or miss? Let me know some segments that you enjoyed. Let me know some that you didn't enjoy. Talk to me.
Raw was another one, another good one, another Yoga Flames, another one.
Nigga hit us with DJ Khaled. That was mad funny though.
It was good overall. The one thing that really stood out to me, it was the Elias and Braun promo.
Braun out here spitting bars. Did y'all see that?
That was fire. That was fire.
Up
He's
the
not
bass.
only using his like cash, he was bars.
Right. The fact that my son picked up the bass like it was a regular guitar.
Was it a cello?
It's a cello, but cello is a bass instrument. I will say so. It's taken.
My son picked it up, even though how that it was a gimmick one, but it doesn't matter. Picked them up. It was good segment.
Braun does great promos.
Great,
Exactly.
like, I would
Phenomenal
have never
promos.
thought a Rosebud would turn into this.
And I just feel once again it falls underneath that. Just give people the chance. Let people be people. Overall, there was another one. I feel the second chance fatal 5-way, that was a good one. Because it was a lot of pieces that you never see together that may not main event
dynamic.
a Raw.
Absolutely.
It was very good.
But the results, deadass. Now the chamber has 7 people in that bitch. Why? Yeah, but I'm asking. Can I just look at my best friend? My bad. You want me to look at you?
No.
Yes, you do.
No.
Cool story. Go ahead.
What? Listen, overall, it was
You
Yoga
niggas.
Flames.
You too, son. Anyways, Raw for me, ain't gonna lie to you, shit was fire.
Yeah.
What kind of
That
fire?
shit was fire. Yoga Flames.
I use the voice.
I'm not using the voice. So, anyways,
Hater.
my only issue is Ronda.
Welcome to the wonderful world.
Yeah.
That's my only issue. And I'm at a point where I was like, Wilkins, you're a hater.
But they made the announcement, why you gotta sign the contract on Elimination Chamber?
Because you gotta build the hype up. Like, that's
But
the
it's
point.
still a woman's, again, she's taking away from the women again.
It's actually separate from. It would have been different if she would have been in the match.
I feel that you should put it on the pre-show.
No, they pay out too much money.
True.
And versus Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson
Was really good.
The Miz versus John Cena, another solid match.
So the Miz, if you guys don't know, will be entering number 1 in the chamber. So he'll be one of the 3 in the match already. And Elias is actually going to be the last to enter the chamber. So.
Yeah. So Seth and Finn winning. I love what they're doing with Finn right now. Slow build up, slow build up, slow build up, slow build up.
Slowest, a snail.
But it's going. Roman versus Sheamus, I thought that was a filler match.
It was a good filler match.
It was a solid filler match. I love Mandy Rose.
Yo, if they kept her with Goldust, that to me is money.
That is gorgeous money.
You know what it is? I'm thinking of the ones on SmackDown. I get them
the
two
Riot
confused.
Squad?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
actually I feel that I agree with you. Mandy Rose is,
And she's so sexy.
she alright.
Mickey James, I love her. That match against Mickey James and Alexa Bliss, solid. Sasha Banks versus Bayley, another solid.
Was those the seeds being planted for Sasha's heel turn?
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
100%. Like, they're supposedly best friends,
Yeah.
and they need to go heel. Where the fuck was Nia?
She
came.
definitely bombarded both
Yeah.
of them bitches.
And she cut a promo.
Did you not?
No, I just don't, like, why is she fighting?
Well, because I think for them, they're building this whole, like, strong, like, no one could beat Asuka, but guess what? I'm gonna beat her. But once again, WWE likes to do the Men in Black shit. Like, bitch, we didn't forget you did lose
in NXT.
in NXT. But I think they're just building her like they would kind of do with Brock.
Yeah, as a monster.
Like,
But when I say where is she?
you want to see her in the ring.
In the ring. And the other
She
thing.
doesn't really have her only storyline right now is her and Asuka.
And I get that. I love the fact that they're doing that. But we all know she's not going to beat Asuka.
Do we though?
No, Ronda Rousey is going to beat Asuka.
Yeah.
I hope not. That'd be trash.
Ronda Rousey is going to beat Asuka in about 30 seconds.
That'd be worse.
That's it?
You heard it here first. Sir Wilkins said it. Asuka loses to Ronda Rousey in under 1 minute. I said it.
That's trash.
I said it. I said it.
So Raw this week was really good because once again it's the build up. Next week's Raw will be the going away Raw to Elimination Chamber. So we'll see how everything kind of culminates. All right, so this week's SmackDown. Start with Sir Wilkins. What were your thoughts on this week's SmackDown? Hits or misses? Where did we go right? Did we go wrong? What's up?
Okay, Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. Dolph Ziggler's getting a push. They paid him his money. So some people who don't know, Dolph was about to leave.
Oh, Dolph was 1 foot out the door.
After Royal Rumble, he was out.
Like Dolph was 1 foot out the door. His bags were packed. His bags were in his hands. Like legit about to walk the fuck out of WWE.
Won the title and dropped it.
And yeah. So WWE came to him and what was said is Dolph said on a podcast.
Which podcast?
I'm not telling you. I'm not giving no free promo out. Like I said, he said on a podcast.
On a wrestling podcast.
On a wrestling podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you, moderator.
You're welcome.
That they gave him a deal that he could not refuse.
Yeah.
That he genuinely
probably
could
has like
not.
3 title shots in that contract.
Yeah, there was like he couldn't refuse the contract.
And the fact that this man could leave after his match, he could do anything he wants outside of WWE if it don't affect the schedule. That's a sweet deal.
Oh, that's in the contract? Yeah,
Oh, because he does the comedy stuff, so that makes sense.
But you also got to understand, like, and I don't mean we're going off a little bit subject. Dolph is a great superstar. He's a complete package, and they use him the wrong way. Now let's go back. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens losing. I was a little confused about that.
I'm not because they are. So rumor was they were going to do their fatal 5-way anyway.
Okay.
So they just needed to play it out, and that was the way they played it out.
Makes sense. Charlotte Flair winning, we all know that was going to happen. That's another filler match. Solid match, wasn't bad. Charlotte Flair is Charlotte Flair.
Larry Morgan, for those that don't know. He is so in love with this chick, Sarah Logan. It is the funny, like...
She can't even wrestle. She's terrible.
He is, like, all for it. It's so funny.
Yeah. Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon promo backstage. Give these niggas the smoke, son. Let these niggas fight already.
Yo.
Let these motherfuckers fight a match, please.
And it was like, I just feel like it was, satisfy our bloodlust. Even though because it's be in the ring, it just be a little scuffle. They probably get each other a headlock. That would kind of satisfy me. Hold me over.
Did you not see the random video that popped up of fucking Daniel Bryan running ropes?
That got cut from Total Bellas. But
no, I know, but like, I love the build, the tension that's coming on between them.
Yeah, very good tension.
But this smoke, come on, let me just see a fight.
Let me see a smoke, yeah.
Let me see a fight. I need somebody to get spit in the face or something.
Something, a slap, a punch.
This is like classic.
This
is Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Like, this is gonna go for a minute.
Like, I need some, like, there's too much smoke right here. Let's scrap. But I understand, I'll be patient. Now, the US Open Challenge, I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not sold on Bobby Roode. Not gonna lie to y'all. Not gonna lie to y'all, I'm not really sold on him.
I gotta disagree with you.
Gender, I fuck with the Mazaraha. I fucks with it.
That's what it is.
Yo, you know what kills me though? The other Singh brother still walking with him. Like, nigga still gotta get a check, so he still gotta come out with him looking lonely as fuck. Like, it's so sad, but and then he still gets the treatment getting RKO'd. Randy
time.
keeps fucking up these niggas left and right, and it's
He has to get paid. He probably got kids back. He probably got kids back. He get to pay for it.
Overall, SmackDown, it was cool.
Alright.
It was a
I mean, once
cool
again,
story,
it's
bro.
hard, and I think, and that's why I'm actually excited that they're gonna do the dual brand pay-per-views. It's just so hard that you have one brand that's pay-per-views like in a week, but then you have another brand whose pay-per-view isn't for another fucking 4 or 6 weeks.
That's their
it's so hard. Like, you'll already have a feud and then end it and then begin another one and then it'd be short-lived because the pay-per-view is like next week.
Yeah.
So it's hard. So hopefully the dual brand will kind of help build those things.
Okay.
So we're actually going to do our next segment, which is rivalries, our dream matches of this week. I'm going to start with Sir Wilkins. What is your rivalry match of the week?
New Day versus Nation of Domination
Black on Black crime.
in a War Games match.
That'll be dope.
You gotta put the L per week was.
No, we're not doing that.
Well, actually, contrary to belief, they were part of Nation of Domination before Nation of Domination really jumped.
Oh
in.
yeah.
That is true.
So-
I'm talking about the legit Nation of Domination.
So you talk about D-Lo, Godfather, or who's Kama / whatever he wants to call it.
Kama, D-Lo, and Farouk. And then special
And Mark Henry.
match. So we'll do all 4 then.
Well, then who's New Day gonna have?
Apollo Crews.
No. You know what? We'll do it like this. Because y'all want to fucking switch up my dream
I
match.
didn't switch up.
So hold up.
Yeah,
New
last
Day,
week, so.
New Day, Titus Brand, which is Titus O'Neil, and Apollo Crews versus the whole Nation of Domination. Besides like 1 or 2 people.
Okay.
So we'll put The Rock with Mark Henry thrown in there, with Godfather, Kama, Farouk, and D'Lo Brown, War Games match, Attitude Era kind of feel, before The Rock was The Rock.
Okay.
All right. I like war games, so I like it. Mr. Black, what's your rivalry match this week?
I gotta go old school. John Morrison versus Shawn Michaels.
You know what? I was actually almost putting John Morrison in my match this week.
I kind of like a lot of people do forget he's still relevant in the wrestling community.
No, I don't think people forgot.
What about you? Oh, Elias versus, Hunky Tonkin Everest hair match or Everest beard match. Or Elias versus Jarrett in a single competition.
Are you done?
Yes.
Thank you. So this week, I did Eddie Guerrero and Sasha Banks versus Chris Benoit and Bayley. The end.
Well, that was a little weird.
It was.
Thanks for making it awkward.
I mean, awkward.
Because
All
it was a
right.
great match, and you just wanted to be an ass and be like,
Damn, you died.
So it was best friends versus best friends.
Okay. I saw the concept.
Thank you, friend.
Sidebar. You never call me friend.
Well, because you don't act like my friend.
How do I
You
act like your
spread
friend?
lies to the people, wait to the camera, you spread lies, and you spread propaganda. And friends don't do that. Friends look out for each other. Friends understand each other.
Listen, you know I'm joking.
Yeah.
So we go to the next part.
Yeah.
Are you guys done with each other?
I checked out at the SmackDown hotel, and I'm just kidding.
Come here.
That was
Come here.
me.
Give me a hug. Give me a
We're
hug.
not hugging on camera.
We'll hug after. All right, so we're switching it up once again because this is our Valentine's Day edition of the
Love is in the air. Love is in the air.
We already know the person that is in love, so we're talking about
You
it.
better get some cutting.
So we're gonna play a nice little
No, we're not
game
giving that on this one.
called what?
I say you about to get some cutting. I tried to give him that. He's like,
You
no,
get
you-
cut in a regular. That's just she got a girl.
No, but it's Valentine's Day
He
cutting.
don't need to get Valentine's Day cutty. Every day should be fucking Valentine's Day cutty. Period.
But it's different on Valentine's Day.
It really shouldn't
Can
be.
we play this game and talk about my sex life?
Well, your girl should have said what she said
Exactly.
on live camera. Hello. All right.
Oh, last week, well, what you said about her breasts.
Typically, we do like 30 seconds word association, but this week we're gonna do a little something a little different. So, yellow, orange, post-it will be smash, and pink will be pass. So, I'm gonna give these guys a name of women, list of wrestling women that have, been in the industry for years and years and years. And then they're gonna either tell us if they're gonna smash or they're gonna pass.
Okay.
Okay? Simple. So once again, yellow is smash.
Okay.
Pink is pass. So, I'll start with Ivory.
Smash. Delicious.
You know what? I don't like white girls, but
All women agree. Alright.
I'd be delicious, B.
Melina.
Pass.
ooh,
Pass. I don't like it. I ain't fucking with it.
that's
Ain't
that.
that even the split thing that I'm doing?
No, not a fan.
Definitely.
Wait. You doing one on me?
Huh?
One at a time?
Yeah, at
Oh
the same time, you
shoot.
guys are doing
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
That's nice. That's that craziness. Kind of like that.
AJ Lee.
Smash. Smash. Short, small, petite, and crazy. Why?
She ain't doing it for me. Like not enough meat on her.
Okay. Alicia Fox.
You can have that one for that one, because I'm passing. Because I'm passing.
Wow, B.
I'm passing on Alicia Fox.
Show, boy. Smoking.
Stephanie McMahon.
Smashing. Been working out, looking raw. Thick and solid. The booty looking right. Those fake breasts look amazing.
No.
Brandy Rhodes. Cody Rhodes' wife.
Ooh, that black queen.
Wow. This is very interesting. Maurice.
I'm passing.
Yeah.
I'm passing.
Also very Bailey.
She got too much of a long face.
Wow.
Yo, I believe she got that next door neighbor butt. So I'm gonna break you down what next door neighbor butt is.
Wow.
So, next door neighbor butt is that chick that you go to her house. You don't tell nobody you're about to go to her house.
That's mad
You
creepy.
keep it low. You don't tell your mans about it. Like she been eyeing you, but you never want to tell nobody about it.
Son said the next door neighbor, but
So you go over her house. You don't, and then you take it down. But the thing about it is next door neighbor. So she's quiet, doesn't really talk to nobody, ain't got much friends.
True. That's smart.
And she's lonely. So the freak nastiness is extra freak.
She's a freak a leak. Freak a leak. Freak a leaks.
Next door neighbor butt.
But you definitely passed on her. So are you smashing on her?
Oh, we're smashing Bailey.
No.
We're smashing Bailey.
What? You like? She's a freak on the league.
A freak of the league.
Alright, we'll do 3 more. So I'll do a double, the Bella twins.
Bella power.
Take that together, brother.
This became very in my brain awkward as fuck. Beth Phoenix.
Ooh, the glove is on. I gotta take her down.
Yeah, she looks strong.
Strong.
She looks strong,
Yo,
B.
imagine pick you up and give you head like this. Oh man.
Actually, we'll do a few more.
What?
It's actually been getting really interesting. Charlotte Flair.
Praise the queen! Praise the queen! Praise the queen, Charlotte! Praise the queen! You a hater. You a hater.
See, I told you, like, her butt is not, her butt is too much whitish, you know? Like, I feel like, too much of white girl booty.
Okay, I'll give your girl Lita.
Lita? I think I'll pass.
Yeah, me too.
She's scared you're gonna get an STD. I know.
No.
What?
Wow. You know what?
What?
You see what I'm talking about? That was unnecessary.
That was very unnecessary.
You know
That's
what?
very true.
You know what? Just for that, I'll smash her. Because you got me upset.
But that's your problem. Now you're gonna be burning. They ain't gonna.
Wow. Unnecessary shade.
Oh well.
What's next?
What?
Dude, you got excited. This got very excited, B.
Yeah,
Are you excited?
Michelle McCool. Wow.
No conversation for that one.
Molly Holly.
Oh, sorry.
I like that milfy body.
Yo, you see her hair?
You saw that move she did? She did her finisher. She can still move, B. I mean, she got good endurance.
Yeah.
I'll take you down. I really wanna take you down.
Okay.
That's the vocals.
Yeah, I see. Natalia.
I love Natalia.
I know that's what
I love me some Natalia. Natalia is once again next door neighbor.
Ooh,
booty.
yeah.
but crazy as fuck.
They're always crazy.
China.
Which China?
It's on the list.
Which China?
The ex China?
The ex China, when she was like ex.
Don't treat me like a woman,
Ooh,
China.
I might.
When she got that surgery to fix her jaw, because her jaw
was strong.
crazy.
I ain't gonna front. Yeah. I
But that could mean really good head too. So I actually, I don't know.
I think I'll pass.
Okay.
I kind of like China. You know, she tried to do the same that Beth Phoenix, like this.
All right, last two actually, because I went through my list. Vicky Guerrero.
You nasty, son. Why are you so nasty?
She keep with something like, you know.
You would smash Vicky Guerrero?
For the empanadas, yes. She could the fire empanadas.
I said that.
I like empanadas, B. I like empanadas, B.
All right, last one.
Why is only one black girl you mentioned?
I definitely didn't.
Okay, 2.
Naomi. You feel better now? He would though.
Come on.
I'm indifferent.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, I knew that.
I don't know.
Imagine.
Why y'all so quiet? Why did I get so quiet?
I know. I can see why.
Imagine she come in with the, turn off the light. She had the glow lingerie on. Woo!
Let's talk about your brother. He don't even care for that glow shit.
I do sex.
I don't care for lingerie either.
She just like nakes.
Because he just want like straight, like either you gonna be all naked or not.
Yo, you don't like a storyline? Like you don't like the build up to it?
No.
Nigga, no. I don't want a storyline.
No, he just.
The only person that has a storyline is me when I come in there with a fucking cape.
So you like a storyline?
Nope.
So like a storyline where like how that, storyline your head, you make him head like after a long day at work, like she had beef with her boss, and he came in to satisfy her needs. Because you're the boss here.
Why did your voice get lower when you said this story?
It's so awkward. Stop.
Why did your voice get
It
lower?
got real sexy. Like remember when Mark Henry had the fucking sexual chocolate theme song and it was like.
Why are you trying to get sexy with me, son?
That's
Nah, it's a storyline. You gotta get a character.
cool. All right, so that is our smash or pass. For those that are watching live, if you heard any names, you know, leave your comments below. For those that are gonna watch on YouTube, who would you smash and who would you pass? I guess I could do a ladies version. Y'all could do me. Not like that.
Pause.
Cause
All right, so here's a little thing.
Cause I don't get to play
All
ever.
right. Brock. Smash?
Yeah.
All right.
Shane McMahon. Why not?
He looks boring.
Vince McMahon. You pulled that up mad quick, son. Too quick. All right.
Viscera.
Mark Henry.
Oh, come on, you met him too.
Yeah, that don't mean I don't smash.
Okay, Braun Strowman.
Is there a booklet full of these?
Apollo Crews. Titus O'Neil.
He ain't got no beard for me.
That's Phoenix.
My nigga.
I see you, daddy. I see you, bro.
I didn't trick y'all, so why would you? See, this is why you don't get close friends. Friends don't do that.
Edge. Matt Hardy.
Come on. What about Jeff?
No.
EC3.
Okay, so I don't like EC, but I probably would smash.
The Usos.
But he just can't be like trouble. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Don't come up in there and do a trouble. I don't want to hear that.
What about the Usos?
I can't tell the fucking difference, so I'm just gonna
That's
say
what I said, Usos.
no, because I don't know who's who.
Ricochet.
Finn Balor.
Yes.
What? Bray Wyatt.
Yes.
All right, we're done with you now.
Why? This is getting good. Give me 2 more.
Okay. Chad Gable.
If we were both drunk, yeah.
All right.
What about Rhino?
No, he might scare me.
The Miz.
No, because I feel like Miz talk too much.
Roman Reigns.
No. Can't bandwagon that. Y'all not gonna get me today. No.
All right, so that's a pretty good segment.
All right. So once again, in the spirit of love, we're going to end off with our special You Made the List. So this week, I'll start off with Sir Wilkins. Who made the list this week for you?
So I'm gonna take it back because it's the Valentines Day edition.
I got one too for that.
So it's about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I was on a website called Plenty of Fish, or no, OK Cupid.
Okay.
I was on OK Cupid, and then you know what? I ain't gonna use that one. I'm gonna use a different one. I was on Tinder, meet this chick, and I was like, all right, cool, let's meet up. No, I'm sorry. She said, let's meet up, and I was like, y'all just got off work. I can't meet up. I gotta like get ready, go take a shower. And I was like, all right, no problem. Then we were talking for a couple of days. Then Janelle's barbecue come.
Yo, how did I know that was what was going to go down?
So Janelle's barbecue come. We had like a wrestling family barbecue.
July 4th for SmackDown.
July 4th.
What was this?
This year.
July 4th.
2017.
2017, last year.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I was starting a little bit because I had another chick there.
He's out here thotting and bopping.
And I was talking to another chick at the time. But this chick was like...
Mind you, in my house.
But this chick, was a potential to fill up my roster.
Starting 5.
Yeah, I needed a solid small forward.
She wasn't it.
So she comes through, she's like, yo, I'm mad hungry, save me some food. Excuse me? Save you some food? You my girl?
That is true, though.
So she gets there, she angry. She said, I've been hungry all day. I told you to come there at 5 o'clock. Do you know what time she got there? 8:30, 9 o'clock. All the food is gone, B.
Yeah.
All the food is gone. So you know what? You know what happened?
What?
I gave her some liquor. And she didn't want to. She's like, I'm hungry. And I took her downstairs to sit on the stoop and shit. She's like, yeah, I'm now hungry and shit. damn, so I should have went back to Atlanta to have a good time back there. New York is so fucking whack. I said, excuse me? I said, you know what? There's a restaurant down the block. I'm gonna walk you there, and we're never gonna talk again.
What restaurant is that down the block?
I don't know what restaurant was down the block. I just made something up.
No, but there is a spot down.
The Spanish spot.
Halsey. No, it's called Industry. It has a terrible brunch, but it's some industry thing. It's on Irving and Halsey.
I didn't care.
Okay.
I never want to see her again.
Damn.
All right, so the chick from Tinder that came to my barbecue that I don't even know, you just made the list. All right, Mr. Black, who made the list this week?
Gotta take it back. Take it back. You know, to
You better be back, because that wasn't that back, but I knew you.
Gotta take it back to the Valentine's Day theme. I gotta go to some girl I used to like in high school. Be like,
Oh damn, you took it real bad.
had to. You know,
You better?
let me finish. You know, this
Like
when,
throwing that word out.
yo, I was feeling her. I used to watch her in class on some like Lil Wayne and prom. I used to watch her all the time. You know, I had no confidence. I had zero swag. And one day I came up to her, tried to talk to her, everything like that. And she hit me with the classic, L nigga.
So disrespectful. The ill nigga?
I wouldn't even do that.
Ill nigga.
L nigga.
That's how you say like cockroaches.
Right.
So she treats you like a cockroach,
Treat you
B.
like-
Facts, man. Facts. You know,
Fucked up.
back in the day, being dark skin wasn't lit. So, get out of here with your black selves. All right. You know?
Did you cry?
Nah. I probably did.
Probably did.
But it was a Valentine. I was trying to see what's up with her, 'Cause I had the perfect card for her, little chocolate, little tiny bear.
At least she wasn't like a uptown nigga. A home nigga would have been like, suck my dick, bitch, and like kept it pushing, like
No.
wild.
Now it's just
'Cause
like,
I've seen
you
it.
know what? It's all right because she's mad fat. She's mad overweight, mad sloppy fat. She's just nasty,
Did
so.
you feel smashed though?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
All right.
Like, no.
Okay.
You played me. So they would never, ever, I don't care if I'm drunk,
Now you
had
would even
Molly.
smash and dash?
No. Because my dick would not get up for that.
Oh, damn.
All right, so
So she made the
the
list.
chick, what's the first letter of her name?
I'm not, no. She ain't no shine.
I just wanted a letter.
Nope.
All right, so the chick from, I'm going to say Queens,
Yep.
circa 2007 or 6 or 5 or 4, that told him ill, nigga, like, she made the list.
It's all right.
And all right, I'll end it off once again. We all going with the Valentine's Day theme. So niggas that when you text, because I got a few text messages like happy Valentine's Day, all this shit. Like I ain't never hear from you in like 2 weeks, but I get that. Cool. Those that text happy V-Day. No, it is super quiet for you. You will always be on this list because that means your ass is lazy as fuck. You don't give a fuck about actually saying happy Valentine's Day because V can mean so many different things. Like happy, like
What you said?
what?
It means happy vagina day when I say V-Day.
See, so it could be happy Vagina Day.
Thank you,
It
cousin.
could
Stop.
be happy Vegan Day. It could be happy Vagina, like Virgin Day. Like no, if it's Valentine's Day, say that shit. That's just like niggas that be like happy Xmas. No, you're lazy as fuck. Say Merry Christmas. Or happy B-Day. Oh, that shit blows like.
So that's your question.
Or niggas that text you GM. Like, I'm not a general manager. Say good morning. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? So all these abbreviations just means you're lazy as fuck and you just make a list.
But then again, no, you gotta feel from the guy's point of view.
No.
What if the guy put a nice happy Valentine's Day Black Queen and you go, oh,
Happy
thing.
B-Day?
But when the guy put an extra effort in,
Extra effort, you're gonna spell out Valentine's.
Hold on.
Period.
Why if you can't spell Valentine?
First of all, autocorrect. If you have
yeah,
Apple,
I ain't gonna front. You can talk into
that
it.
shit will
Happy
definitely,
Valentine's Day.
you can speak it.
Yeah, but-
There's no excuse.
But Queen, you have to understand. What if the guy does put all of that and he still get curved? Kid him with the